Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Payload Pat, and we're back at it again with another video. And as the title says, we're going to be talking about creating a cluster locally on your machine, whether it's Mac OS or Linux or even Windows. In this video here, we're going to be doing it with my Mac machine, my M1, which is infamously known for having compatibility issues with a lot of things, but it's quite easy to set this up. But I also have instructions for all operating systems in my GitHub, which will be in the description. So check out the link there, and you can click that, and you can follow along there. But first off, I do want to thank you all as far as for the new subscribers. I know it's a very small community right now as far as the channel, but the goal is to get bigger and better, and also providing value to you all. So we definitely want to make sure that you like and subscribe to let me know how I'm doing, or if I need to switch things up, or I'm not interested at all. So I definitely appreciate any of the feedback. But let's go ahead and get right to it. So as you see here in the, as far as the screen here, setting up the first cluster, you're just going to need a couple of prerequisites. So you're going to need to install Docker, as well as installing kubectl. I provided you the commands to actually set those up, quite easily. If you already have it, you're good to go. You can just move forward right to the installation process of using Kind, right? So the first thing that we need to do is click on brew install Kind for the Macs. And if you don't have brew, it is a really great package manager, which makes a lot of things easy to install. So if you don't have that and you're using a Mac, I would definitely recommend you using that for sure. Makes everything very, very easy. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. So I went ahead and copied that. Let's go ahead and migrate over to my command line. And as you see here, I can do a which Kind, and it shouldn't be installed. Yeah, so Kind is not installed. And let's go ahead and do a brew install Kind, right? So that's going ahead and download. And as we see here, I can go and test again and do a which Kind, and that should show it's installed. So that's perfect. So next thing that we need to go ahead and do is let's go ahead and we need to create a file named kind config .yaml, and we're just going to copy the contents below, and I'll explain to you what that is exactly as well. So let's go and copy the configuration file and move along here. So all right, so now that I copy that, we need to create a file again called kind config. So let's go ahead and do that here. So vi kind -config .yaml, and then let's go ahead and paste that in here. So this is a very simple command that you can go ahead and utilize here. So essentially what it's doing is we're creating one control plane and 2 worker nodes. If you feel you want to go ahead and create multiple worker nodes, and for your actual use case, that's fine. It's up to you. All you actually need to do is, in my case here, I'm using VI, and I can just do like a shift V, and then I can do a Y to yank, and then I can just paste. But in this case, I'm just going to use 2 worker nodes, so that should be good for me here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this here, and that's saved now, so that's perfect. And yeah, so that's it. So now that we have that, we can just go back to the GitHub, and let's go ahead and create that cluster. So I have that command here. We just need to copy it, and let's paste that bad boy into the command line as well. So let's go ahead and here and paste. All right, cool. And the magic is in that. So what it's going to do is essentially create everything that we just put in the configuration file, and Kind makes it easy. I love it. It's been the one thing that I've tried, and it's working successfully, as well as being able to easily shut it down and destroy it if I need to. As easy as it is to create it, it's easy to go ahead and delete it. So if you don't need it after your testing is done, you can go ahead and just get rid of it. So very seamless and straightforward. So let's go ahead and confirm that. All right, great. So, and as simple as that, we have it installed. So we can do a kubectl. Let's do git pods. Well, let's do git nodes, just to make sure we have a nodes there. And awesome. So you see we have our my cluster control plane, and then we also have the following 2 worker nodes that we specified in the configuration. And that's it. We have a running and working cluster, and everything that we need to go ahead as far as, troubleshooting and testing. In fact, I can do a, let's do a k run pod dash dash image equals nginx, and I just named it pod. But yeah, this pod has been created, so we can do k get pods, and there you go. The pod is creating, and that should be coming up very soon here. Let's do a -w to watch it. But again, as simple as that, we have that created. Also have some other tips that you can look into as well, as far as using like the aliases, for example. So I've also included that in the instructions, and you can easily just copy that here for your Mac, or if you're using the Windows, well, at least the Windows subsystem of Linux, this should also work for you, as well as, again, using the autocomplete and the shorthand use of kubectl, which is going to be using the K alias. So that pretty much takes care of that here. And if we go back, as we see, that pod is now running. It looks good to go here. So that's it. So this is going to pretty much be a continuation of our series of the K8's cadence. So you can continue and experiment and do the testing on your own local cluster. Certain things you're going to be prohibited to and limited to, but this is a very easy way that you can quickly spin up and destroy a cluster, and go ahead and not really have that much blast radius, and quickly go ahead and experiment. So I hope you guys like the video. Again, this is Payload Pat. Please like and subscribe, and check out my other videos as we go ahead and continue and get everyone certified for the CKA, CKAD, or even a CKS, which is going to be something I look forward to this year as well. So thank you all, and you guys have a good one. Until then, peace.